Well, how's it going, everybody? Got ourselves a good old Friday night stream tonight. Should be exciting. We're gonna make our way to level 108 on the night. I'm super excited to get to 108 because I got some really cool gear waiting for me, so I'm really hoping I can make this push tonight. We got 40% to go. Here's the problem, though. I already played a lot today, and I already did every single quest in Ice Mine. So, oh, also all boss quests. So, we're gonna depend on the reset to really get this done. We'll start off with some ET2 grinding just to get some of the quests done there, but then at reset, we continue our way through Ice Mine, yeah, hopefully make our way towards 108 and Secret Laboratory and the cool gear that I have waiting for me. So, anyway, let's get this shit started, shall we? We're doing the VTuber again today. Should be exciting. Yeah, pretty much that. Switch things around a little bit on the model, so hopefully it works a little bit better than it did last time. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, there's a new YouTube video if you haven't watched it yet. New system that's getting added to the game, the Artisan system. I released a YouTube video talking about the preview of it, so you can check that out on my YouTube. There's a link to it on the PTU Discord also if you just want to go there for it. Yeah, not much else to talk about. We just got some Pristontale that needs to be played, some levels that need to be got, and a journey that needs to continue. So let's do it. We're on the night and we continue. Oh, let's show off that gear we're working towards today. So I don't really have much for armor for when I hit 108. I haven't really been able to find anything. But what I do have, where are you at, Errant? I do have this legendary two-handed sword that I'll be using as soon as I get to 108. So I'm excited for that. How is that compared to... it's not actually that great of a roll. -3, -6. Not the greatest. I wonder what it would cost to try to re-roll it. I'm just throwing it out there. You know, I'm not gonna do it necessarily. We just gotta get an idea. How much pain would I be going through if I was to actually do this? 5.7 mil. Okay. Okay. 5 mil. Is that worth it? Probably not, honestly. It's just a 108 weapon. I'm not going to be using it for that long. Even though at the rate of which that I level at, I might be using it for the rest of existence of this character. How's it going? How's it going, Iv? DC. Alright. Let's get the shit taken care of, shall we? Yeah, 108 legendary. Should be exciting. Also got a... I think I have an epic 108 one-hander, which, you know, I'm only using the same one-hander from level 92. So it'll be nice to upgrade that finally. Do I have everything I need? Oh, wait, I'm not doing Ice Mine, am I? Let's go grab solo queue for ET2. Make sure we have that. Alright. Yeah, not super excited to head back to the Endless Tower, but, you know, we do what we gotta do. At least ET2 is a little bit better than ET1. Just got done doing a ton of work on my place, moving stuff around, so I finished it up and I'm like, you know what? Maybe streaming would be a good thing to do tonight. Because I'm a little tired from all the moving around and stuff that I was doing today. So sitting at a computer sounds great to me. We're still doing the fundraising thing. You know, if you have any desire to, if you don't have the ability, totally fine. Not a problem at all, but I figured I would just run it anyway, and we'll see what happens. I'll run it until New Year's. And then I'll put it away. All right, ET, what do we got? Anybody? Is this one of the maps where the map is broken and it doesn't show people on the map? Or did that bug get fixed? Am I crazy, or does this map look different? Something changed about this map, right? Or am I crazy? Oh, yep, there's somebody here. All right, 12x. Anybody here? No. Let's go to the other corner. See if we can maybe do that one. Oh shit, you know what? I just realized I didn't have my light on. I forgot that I need to have the light on if I'm doing the VTuber model. Alright, anybody here? We alone? Alright, we're alone. Thank you for the follow. Kaylin? Kaylan? Kaylan? Kaylin? I'm sure in some way I butchered it. But thank you for the follow. Oh shit. I'm an idiot. I got so distracted. Oh wait, no, I'm good. I forgot. I actually did pick up a I knew I was going to be an idiot, and I prepared ahead of time. I thought I didn't pick up a quest for the map. I forgot that I actually picked up the quest earlier when I was doing the boss here. Because I got to the boss early, and I was like, well, I might as well start the ET2 Goblin quest and kill some while I'm waiting for the boss. I did change my build. I know, crazy. I did change the build. I went pure strength build instead of the pure talent build I was doing before. Definitely I've noticed a hit. I think I lost like 1500 defense rating by switching to that build, but I gained like plus 60, plus 60. Hey, thanks for that, Chaos. Thanks for the anniversary notification thing. Yeah, apparently I hit affiliate around this time of the year. Little did I know. That brings up the funny story, though, that this channel didn't hit affiliate with Pristontale. This channel hit affiliate with a music streaming thing. So I used to be really big into the Twitch drum and bass music, like, groups. And at one point I ran a 24/7 stream where I would play mixes from the Twitch streamers and like advertise their channels for them. And it was during that I got the affiliate. So it wasn't even during Pristontale. And my channel has greatly changed since then, obviously. That was a fun project, actually. I really enjoyed that. I just kind of lost interest in it. Like most things that I do, I have all the interest in the world for about 2 months. And then I lose all interest. I suppose that hasn't happened with Pristontale EU yet. I've had my moments when I've dropped off of PTEU interest, but I've always made my way back eventually. You know, I did take 2.5 years off. But eventually find a way back. Oh shit, another Zeton. Alright. Come on. Two months is pretty long. Yeah, honestly, yeah, it's usually probably not even 2 months. It depends on the project. I mean, I was like super into PTEU for like, at first it was like 2 years before I started to kind of lose a little bit of interest in my my original time around. Oh, has it been 7 years for PTEU already? That's crazy. Oh. Yeah, like the Pristontale with the controller thing. I was like all into that for like a week and a half, and then I was like, okay, well, problem solved, and then I don't even play the game with the controller anymore. It was cool. I proved that it was possible, and then after that I'm like, I'd rather just use mouse and keyboard, because mouse and keyboard is more accurate, so. It was fun to play Pristontale on a Steam Deck, though. Which is nice. It is nice to play on a Steam Deck. The only problem is, Pristontale is such a social game that, like, if you ever get a party with somebody, oh boy, does that become a hassle. I bought a Bluetooth keyboard to keep next to me at all times, just in case I needed to talk to people. But even then, it was like every time I needed to say something to someone, I had to put the Steam Deck down, grab the keyboard, type it up, then grab the Steam Deck again, and it was too much of a pain. So I didn't, I don't know. It got to be too much. I'd rather just go sit at my computer. Also, not to mention, most of the time I play PT, most of the time I play PT, I like to stream it anyway, so. Oh, I can't do it anymore. Oh, no, I got it to work on Steam Deck because I run a Windows dual boot on my Steam Deck. So I just installed it in the Windows environment. Because, yeah, dealing with Linux... Oh, God. I love Steam Deck. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love Steam OS and all that stuff. But sometimes, some games, it's just not worth the headache. So I still do run a Windows dual boot just for those off games that require it. It can sometimes be a pain in the ass to have the dual boot, but I think it's good in the end. See, where are we at on this? So yeah, if you weren't here at the very start of the stream, I did put out a YouTube video today talking about the new artisan system, a little preview that I was shown. So if you want some information about that, check out my YouTube. You can find the link on my YouTube or on the PTU Discord in the video section. Should be like the latest one posted there. So it's my first time actually doing a video about a feature, I think. So see if people want that kind of content. I know we have you know, we have a few creators that make that stuff for you know, the BR community, but I don't think we usually get very many people making content like that for the English side of things, so figured it might be nice to have an English one out there. I know sometimes I'll be like, ooh, what's that feature? And I like want to watch the video and I gotta watch the translated YouTube video, which does work, but you know, there's definitely something lost there. Yeah, it works. It's just you kind of lose a little bit of well, I don't know. It's just, you know, obviously it's never going to be the same as you know, hearing it in the actual language it's being spoken. I mean, there is a what's the statistic? Like 2% of the people that watch my content use automated dub. And I'm like, what? That's crazy. Why would you do that? Because I think it says that it's dubbed to Portuguese, and I'm like, why are you watching me? You've got options. It's everybody else in the world that doesn't tend to have the options. Oh yeah, I turned back on my custom UI thing. I hadn't had it on in a while. I stopped using it when I was doing the controller thing because it was messing with the controller functions that I had made. Or making it would make it look weird, so I went back to this. Ooh, somebody got a double age up to plus 13. Nice. Yeah, the artisan system is gonna be interesting. We'll see how it all plays out. I'm gonna be very curious how how everything goes together for that, because it's gonna change a lot about how things work in terms of the economy. Exciting though to not have to NPC soulbound items anymore, though. That's so good. I mean, endgame, I'm pretty interested to see how it works out, but in terms of how it's going to apply to, like, early and mid-game, it's going to be great. Actually, I'm really looking forward to that change. Because now I'm going to, like, actually want to start aging stuff at, like, I don't know, 7x, 8x. It'll actually make sense to start aging stuff and then just, like, keep it aged up. So in that sense, I think it's going to be exciting. Because I think I aged like one item on this character so far. And even then, it was like a one-hander that I had. And I think I aged it up to like, I don't know, plus 6 or something. I'm like, okay, well, that wasn't really going to do much for me. So then I just never bothered after that. All right, if we're in ET2, we're going to switch back the, we're going to turn off commons. I turned on commons when I went to Ice Mine. Why are they still showing? Interesting. Yeah, I turned on commons when I went to Ice Mine because the drop rate seemed pretty low, so I needed some way of making money. The uncommons weren't dropping nearly as frequently, but here it's a little bit different. So we'll switch that back up. Yeah, I'm at that point where I'm like, all right, you're heading out, Chaos? Hey, thanks for stopping by. Nice to chat. Have a good night. See ya again. Later time. And yeah, thanks for coming by. Yeah, I kind of at a question right now. I don't know... Here's the question. Is it even worth it to be in ET2 right now? Now, I know, obviously, the H quests are worth it. Because of how much they give. But I can't help but think in my mind that it's more worth it to be in Ice Mine at this point than it is to be in Ice Mine without quests. More worth it than it is to be in ET2 with quests at this point. Because, here's my thoughts. depending on how many people are in Ice Mine, especially assuming I'm alone, the number of Zetans that are going to spawn could be, you know, maybe 1 to 3 a night. One single Zetan kill is worth like just as much XP as a single quest here, I believe. Or it's pretty close. So at that point, it's like, well, if I can even just get one Zeton a night, I mean, then I'm still getting really good XP from that, and then just overall each kill is more XP just in general. So like, part of me is thinking that once I get done with these ET2 quests, these 2 H quests, I think I might just go back to Ice Mine and just straight up old school grind it out in Ice Mine, because I think that's actually the most efficient thing to do right now. Now, it's really going to depend on the number of Zetons that spawn, because Zetons are a crazy amount of XP. They're just a crazy amount of XP. I think I either took them for granted in the earlier levels with Zetons, or they just didn't give relatively as much XP as they do now. But it's like half a quest in the map that you're in. It's like crazy. I think at the level I'm at right now, it's like 0.7% or something for one Zeton kill, which is just nuts. So if you consider those as part of the equation, I honestly don't think it's worth it to fight in ET2. Alright, I know my solo quest finished, but I'm like, ugh. You know what? I should just go turn it in. I wanted to finish the stupid Goblin Shamans first, but Goblin Shamans take so long. Not to mention it's like better drops too to sell, and there's just a lot of reasons why I feel like it's actually better to go back to Ice Mine. And then we just straight grind for the next hour and 20 minutes until reset. Is he stuck in the wall? Oh no, he made his way out. Like, what's the XP for solo quest comparison? So that was 138? 138? Oh, that's not it. Versus 202. So 107, or so 70 mil difference. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna pick up Ice Mine solo queue. And we're gonna head to Ice Mine. We might come back and finish ET2. Or finish the H quest in ET2 later, but I do think it's better for Ice Mine. I got one H quest that, well, I mean, I technically have DC. I technically have party quest, but then I also have like, yeah, I could guess I could finish off the 4 shamans that I need to kill, and then I guess we can go Iron or Ice Mine. Because that'll only take a second, and then we can go Ice Mine. I'm not gonna bother with the party quest. Don't tell me I got stuck in the tree. Come on. Oh, you'll help for the party H? Okay. Alright, we go to ET. ET1 packed with people. DC, where are you at in the map? Are you in the map? Because the map is doing that thing where it does not load. There you are. Never mind, I see you. Yellows. Why do I feel like I'm taking more damage here than I was taking in Ice Mine? Am I crazy? I feel like I'm getting hit harder here. Oh, I did notice something interesting about what you can do with this new spawn system. Let's see if I can get it set up on just the yellow. So, they've changed... So, there was a recent update, I don't know, a couple weeks ago now, where the change got made to the spawns, where the spawns now, when the monsters spawn, they move their way towards the center of the spawn. Now, this has an unintended side effect. What it means is that if you stand a distance from the spawn, you can basically assure that the monsters are going to come at you in a straight line, always from the same position. So, like, you can think about it, all the monsters spawn in a random area, they all move towards the center of that random area. Then if you're offset from that a little bit, they'll walk in a line from the center of that area to you. So when you're playing a class like Knight that has directional AoE, if you stand on the edge of the spawn, like I'm doing right here, the monsters will always come to your front side. And so all of your directional AoE will always just work. You never have to position yourself. At least I got this to work out a red spawn I was doing earlier. I'm not sure. Oh, am I too far from you right now? Damn it. Okay. Well, I can set up over here instead. I didn't even realize. Oh, then there goes Goblin Shamans. Alright, well, I gotta kill the Zethon first, so... But yeah, like, unintended side effect of this new system is that it actually makes it so the monsters are even easier to control than they ever have been. Shorten party reach gap? I don't... yeah. Shortening party reach gap is a band-aid fix to a bigger problem. Yeah, it is ridiculously short. Okay. So let's get this set up here. So there, you see, they all move to the center, and then once they get to the center, they catch my aggro, and then they all walk towards me in a straight line. Of course, this might be like one of the only classes that this really is really beneficial to. Because, you know, you think of other classes that have line-based AoE like an archer. This wouldn't really work well with an archer because I need the monsters to literally come up to me. Unless I'm playing just like face tank archer. Which I guess people play that way. FSMSATA, it works great. Also, it's funny, ranged characters don't, or ranged mobs aren't really a problem, because the range of what's that skill called? Sword of Justice, the range of Sword of Justice is so large, and since the range mobs always end up sitting somewhere around this area, Sword of Justice always hits them. So I never even have to move to hit a ranged mob. Oh, are we dying? Oh, we're back. Okay. Oh yeah, how much time is left on my Santa suit? 95 hours. I think I'm gonna end up doing a New Year's special again this year, like I did last year. So what I did last year, it was like a very brief period of time that I was streaming, and it just happened to line up with New Year's. So what I ended up doing was a New Year's Eve stream. But here's the thing. There's no way I'm staying up till midnight, because I am too old for that shit. So what I do is my New Year's Eve celebration is for Brazilian New Year's. Or like Sao Paulo's New Year's. So that way I can celebrate New Year's 2 hours earlier. So we're probably gonna do the same thing again this year. Is do a countdown till Brazilian New Year. And then I'll probably hop off after that. So expect that, assuming I'm feeling good and whatnot. I'll probably end up doing a stream on New Year's Eve night. Gotta figure out if I want to do something special for that stream. I wanted to do something special for Christmas, but I ended up totally forgetting about that, so I never ended up doing anything. So maybe we can do something for the New Year's stream. The problem is it's Pristontale, and there's only so many things you can do. I love the game to death. I do. I love the game to death, but it is a little basic sometimes. Climbing competition? Oh no, we can't, because climbing got broken in the new system. Okay, well here's an idea. Horses at floor. Oh shit. Oh shit. Vellum horses? Can I even use those? I can. Oh shit, thank you. I can't use it yet, but awesome, thank you. Okay, I have an idea for something we could do, but I would need to, like, 100% sure, I need to make sure that there's people watching that are online playing, which is not always a guarantee. Because what we could do is we could do, like, Pristontale hide and seek for, like, premiums or something, right? So I hide the screen, I hide my map and everything, and I put my character in some place within one of the maps. Then I, like, maybe zoom in and high on my character or something. I just reveal, like, little tidbits, right? If you find me, you win the premium. First person to trade with me gets the premium. That could be a fun little game to play. The only problem is I've tried to do giveaways recently on stream, and despite, like, 10 people watching, nobody signed up for the giveaway. So, I would need to make sure that there's people watching that are actually, like, playing the game, or else the whole thing would be pointless. I suppose if I advertise it or something, maybe that could get people interested about it. I don't usually like... I don't like posting in the trade chat in-game about my stream. I just do it because I'm sure there could be somebody that wants to watch that, I don't know, might see it there or something. I don't usually like advertising like that, but... So, like, I have a really hard time telling myself to advertise for an event I'm doing, but I'm sure people wouldn't care. Like, I don't want to be spamming people. That could be fun. A hide and seek could be fun. I'm trying to think of like different places you could go, because you could make that work. I think that could be a fun one event. Because there is like, you know, you think about certain areas like desert maps, right? If you just reveal one little bit of a desert map, you're not going to know which one it is. Like, you'd have to pick out the most minute thing in order to figure out what map it's in. It actually could be interesting. Save me an Atlas Explorer if you find. Sure. If I find one, I will let you know. What did I find today? I got a... What was it? Undead Assassin or whatever? I don't know, it's a valuable one. Oh, I got an Invader Assassin soul today. Off of a, off of one of those purple dudes. How's my quest doing, by the way? 20 to go, or 200 to go. You know what might be fun? Is, what I've seen people do, Skyrim GeoGuessr before, where they, like, show a picture of a place on the map, and then you have to guess where it's at. Could you do Pristontale GeoGuessr? Could that be a game? I mean, it's kind of in the same line as the hide and seek. Is there enough distinction in different areas of the Pristontale map for you to actually be able to do something like that? Oh yeah, you could use the... Yeah, you could use that, right? The map that's in M. Pretty sure that's just an image file in the game file, so I could probably grab that from somewhere. Or I could just probably ask Verberin for it, because I think he's the one who made it. Verb was working on that map for a long time, I remember. He would send little updates to me and Chaos every now and then as he got through more and more of the maps. Believe it or not, it takes a long time to hand draw every single map in the game. But it was pretty cool. This is the one I'm talking about. So it's missing some things, but for the most part it's pretty good. Gives you a different perspective on the game. I do kind of like the different colors and stuff for the different zones. I think it looks cool. Gonna whoop Fury. How much longer we got till it? 2 minutes? Okay, yeah, I think I can probably make it. Sure, let's do it. Haven't fought a Fury in a while. Come on, game. Come on. Oh, jeez. Everybody's here. Oh, because they're all hunting for the... Yeah, never mind. Because I was doing this same theory a couple of weeks ago, but it was before Whispering Vale launched. And there was like nobody here for this one. And now everyone's here. Everybody wants that extra drop chance. Makes sense. Oops. Hey, Rev's here! Rev! I didn't know you were on, Rev. Alright. Yeah, there's a lot of people here. Holy shit. Turn off the... Oh, wait, I gotta get a... Wait. Don't kill me, please. I gotta get a good visual for the thumbnail of the YouTube video. Okay, I gotta remember at like 42 minutes in, we've potentially got a keeper. Okay, that... Everything is just sober. There's so many effects running at the same time. It's just white. We've mixed all the colors together, and we have created white. Alright, we did it. Alright, cool. We got that done. Attack power 7 bracelet's decent, but whatever. I'm too lazy to deal with it. Let's go turn in our gift. What level are you at now, Rev? 112? Nice. This is what happens when I don't play for a month. I do have the drive again to play though. It did come back to me. I just needed a month off. I was burned out. Oh, let's see. Let's turn this in, huh? Let's get a new elegant. So I got an elegant costume earlier, and it was NS. I didn't know they could be NS. Come on. There we go. I was like, what the hell? It's already hard enough to find the recipe. Oh, you got a gift for me, Rev? Alright. I'll hang around the warehouse. Hey, I got a Priestess Spec Elegant. DC, you want it? Free if you want it. Or if, you want it? Okay. Well, it's yours. I'll bring it. Oh, I can turn back on names. My trade window looks all weird. MP. Ooh, I like that MP total. 95. That's probably an... Oh, it is. Wow, I have really good bracelets. Rev, unfortunately, the ones I got are a little bit better. Do you want them back, or do you want me to take care of them? I didn't realize how good my current bracelets are. Holy shit, they had 140 MP. I can keep? Alright. Yeah, apparently I found some good ones. Didn't even realize. What I am seriously lacking though in is 108 gear. So if you see any 108 like anything, like I'm talking like uncommons. If you see Night Spec 108 uncommons, just in general, they're probably better than what I've got. So yeah. No you know, no pressure to find anything, but that is where I'm lacking right now. I'm sure I'll start finding things once I get to that level. Yeah, I wonder if there's like extra stream lag or something. Dude, why is it so dark? I even have the bright mode on. Why is it so dark? Dude. Okay. Okay, something is broken. Look at this. Okay, we gotta make like a clip of this right now. How do you do a clip? I don't even know how to make a clip of a stream that's going on. Because I gotta send this to the dev team, because this is something's broken right now. Oh, did it come back? Alright, let's go back to Bright. Bright did nothing. What the hell is going on? Alright. Is it that way for everybody, or was that just on my side? Because I don't ever remember it being that dark when I was here before. Because I think when I was actually playing in this map, it was when we had the new engine, and it was never that dark. Oh, was it? I don't ever remember that being an issue. Maybe I just forgot. No. Oh, okay. I was gonna be like, ooh, can I kill the Zeton? No. No, that would be KSing. I don't know. Can I drop these on the ground? I don't even know. I'm not gonna mess with it. No problem. No problem at all. You can drop them. Okay. I never know with these things. Sometimes with the event things you can drop them. Sometimes it doesn't let you do anything with them. Nah, I never fucking know. How many mobs left? It's not many. 22. We'll be done any moment now. All right, there we go. Done. All right. Well, not 108 yet. Still got a ways to go on that one. All right, I'm gonna head to Ice Mine. Let's see, I need to pick up Sam. And I guess we'll pick up some of that. All right, it's time for just the grind. It's just a straight up grind time. We're gonna be playing this the most Pristontale way possible. Good old grind without any quests. We're at 73%. So we got 50 minutes till reset. Oh, do I have solo queue for solo? Yeah, okay. I have Ice Mine solo queue. Oh, I'll probably have to leave the party, Rev, unless you were thinking of coming along, even though I see you right behind me, so now I'm thinking you were planning on coming along. I don't know why else you would be in this region. Sweet. Just fulfilling our long-lasting tradition of both of us partying with each other when we're way different leveled at each other. You did it for me, then I did it for you. Now you're doing it for me. Yeah, it's all good. It's fun. All right, what do we got here? We got 2 10Xs. We could join up with them. Yeah, it's been so long now, it is nostalgic. All right, I'm going to try joining up with these two. Rev, we'll see if you can get... We'll see if we can both get in it. Jeez, I'm getting my ass kicked here. All right, let the grind begin, everybody. Let's put on, let's see. We have a good, no. How many other people we got in this map? Looks like it's just us, so that raises the odds of us getting good XP from this considerably. Because if we're the only party here, then that means we're the only place that the Zetons are going to spawn, and the Zetons are what's going to make this. Oh, there is people double... Oh, I didn't even see them. Yep, I didn't even see the double yellow has 4 people. So, never mind. We're not going to have guaranteed Zetons. The yellow of their icons. What was it? Kachi, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. You still playing? I've been so hit and miss lately. You want them back? Yeah, I now that I'm playing again, I'll grab those from you whenever. I kind of had to take some time off there for a little bit, so. What level did you get, or what level are you at? $111. Jesus Christ. Boy, I really did take a long time off, didn't I? Jeez. You passed up my night. You went from being that random low-level mech in town that that was asking questions that I was answering randomly, and now you're higher level than me. That was really funny. That was so funny that night. I was like, wait a minute, do I know you? Pretty much a rush 10x. Yeah, did you ever? Yeah, what did it take me to get to 10x? Like a month, I think. I don't know. I don't have it in me for the long grinds anymore. I just don't have it in me anymore. The seasonal type grinds, those days are done. It's getting slower and killing your vibe. Yeah, understandable. I mean, that's my biggest issue with late game. I start losing interest because it just starts taking so long, and even though things are a lot better now, but still. Pretty much solo all the time? Yeah, that makes it rough too. I've actually been surprised at how many parties I've found today playing. We'll see how long I play this character for. I'm still trying to figure out what my long-term plan is, because I don't think I'm going to go for 120 anymore. Because here's my thought process. Here's my thought process. I hate endgame. I hate endgame Pristontale a lot. So there's no drive that makes me want to hit 120. Nothing like makes me want to get there. And so because of that, I'm afraid that if I set my goal at 120, I'm going to lose interest and stop playing Pristontale. That's my fear. So I'm thinking I got to be more realistic. I got to play to what my brain is actually going to want me to do. And so I'm like, if I set my goal, maybe even my goal is only 110. If I set my goal to something that I think is actually obtainable by me before I reach the point where I'm just completely burned out from the game, that might be the smartest thing to do so that I just keep playing the game. So I'm thinking 110 might be my limit. And once I hit 110, I think I'm going to start up another character. I think that's the direction I'm going to go. I'm going to aim for getting like a multiple characters to 110. But then like doing the whole journey on stream. So like I was thinking of playing a character, I don't know. I got to figure out what I want to do for my next character. I got to think on that. Because part of me is like, should I do an atypical character that I don't normally do, like I did with Knight? Because Knight ended up actually being a lot of fun, even though I've like never played the character. So like maybe there's another hidden gem out there in one of the other classes that I haven't really played that I might really enjoy. So that's like part of my thought process. But at the same time though, I'm afraid that if I pick a class, one of the alt ones, and I really don't like it, then I'll lose interest again. So I have to like find this balance between interesting yet hopefully not enough to, or hopefully not, I don't know. I need to make a call if I don't enjoy it to switch characters. That's essentially what it is. Losing interest yourself. Arc Raiders has been so fun. I've heard a lot of good things about Arc Raiders. It's not my style of game. I'm not an extraction shooter kind of person. I have really bad anxiety disorder. So, like, you could not have a genre of video game that is worse for a person with anxiety issues than an extraction shooter. So I have never gotten into games like that. They are, like, purpose-built for my body to not handle it. But I hear a lot of good things about it, and I know people have a lot of fun with that kind of stuff. Gonna play all characters to 70 to play with all skills. Yeah, it's a good idea, Rev, to do that. At least get them up to 70. Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. I mean, that's a really good idea, actually. That might be the thing to do. That feels actually pretty obtainable. Because I had this idea of playing, like, every single class up to a certain point, but I was thinking much higher level. I was thinking, like, every class up to 100 or something. But actually playing every class up to 70 might be a really good approach. Because then, yeah, you get to experience every single skill. And you get to really see how you feel about the class. With all, I like that idea. I might actually, I might take that idea from you and run with that. Like, I probably could even handle a pikeman up to level 70. This playing a mage. I played a mage one season. I did play a mage, and I did only single target skills because I wanted to be funny. I didn't want to do AoE just because I wanted to just be like, prove the point that you could still do single target even with a mage. And it was actually a lot of fun. I was actually quite, like, it did a lot of damage. What was it? Death? What do they call it? Is it Death Ray? What's the green ray? Is that, what is that called? Some of these classes that I play so rarely, I don't even know the name of the skills. I know Daya, of course, but I can't remember what the... Yeah, it's Death Ray? Okay. Yeah, I think we'll do that. I think we'll level up every class to 70. Oh, you know what's funny right now is I'm thinking in my mind about playing a character through the low levels again, and I'm feeling so much nostalgia, and I'm just like, oh, I want to do that so badly. I didn't realize how much playing later game maps has been, like, driving me crazy, and I would just love to play in those early game maps again. Yeah, don't be shocked if the very next stream I do, I'm playing on a brand new character. If Pristontale EU ever reaches a point where it doesn't care about the low-level experience anymore, I would probably quit, like, right away. That, to me, is just what makes this server so much more fun. I love the early game experience. How many months do you think it would take to get every class up to level 70? So I guess at this point, just 9 more classes. I mean, obviously, I already have characters at level 70, but let's say this is a new project where it's all brand new characters, minus this one. I wonder how long that would take. For me. Like, more realistically, for me. What, level 70 was what? Probably 2 weeks? Maybe 3 weeks? To get there? So times that by 9? So we're talking about half a year? If played continuously, which is probably not going to happen. So, yeah, we got content for a while if we just do that. Yeah, that's my least favorite part. So, for the longest time, I thought private servers in Pristontale were all terrible. because my only experience with them was playing on the classic private servers that level you up to like level 90 within 5 kills. I hated that so much that I thought every private server was that way, and it put me off of private servers for a very long time. It wasn't until I discovered PTEU and I was like, oh, there's private servers where they actually care about the game and don't just skip you right into the end game. Like, I don't give a shit what features some of these other servers add. If they don't care about early game, then I am never gonna touch it. My argument with Pristontale has always been the same. I don't really care about new features added to the game, for the most part. Here's my thought process behind that. If I want to play a game with all the fancy new features, I'll just play a modern game. I don't need old school games to have all the new shit in them. What I need is just these old school games to be what they are. And so I'm not necessarily like the biggest fan of sometimes all the new features that get added to PTEU, because my argument is I'll just go play a modern game. There are better games out there than Pristontale EU that do similar things. I'm here for reliving like the old school style of these type of games. And one of the things that does start off-putting me from some of these private servers is when they start adding so many new features. I actually kind of find it off-putting. So, yeah. I feel like just embrace what you are. Embrace what you are. It's not that bad. How long we got to reset? 30 minutes? It's 77, so we gained like 5% or so? Yeah. Yeah, I don't like the soul system. I don't like what it's kind of... I don't know. It has made things somewhat more interesting in some aspects, but it just becomes so much of a money thing that it's a little off-putting. I'll put it this way. I think the server was better before the soul system. I think things were overall better. I think there was better balance. I think there was better accessibility to new players to the game. I think the economy made more sense. I do think things were just straight up better on Pristontale EU before the soul system. I think now that I've played long enough with the new systems, I feel like that's my summary of how I feel about it. But it doesn't really matter, because it's not going away. So, doesn't really matter how I feel about it. If the day ever comes where Pristontale EU has gone far enough down a direction that I don't like it anymore and that I won't play it anymore, I will be very vocal about that. Because while I've had a lot of, you know, I guess I'd say a lot of loyalty to the server over the years, but that loyalty is earned because I've felt that a lot of the decisions have been good. But you know, someday that could change, and I might go away, so... Take me away too, yeah. We'll start our own server. God, that would be so... Oh my god, I've seen what Chaos has had to go through running the PTEU. I've seen the shit he has to deal with. You couldn't... Well, I mean, in this case, you literally would be. You couldn't pay me to do that job. The stress involved and the people I don't have the patience to deal with it. You have to deal with the people you have to deal with sometimes. I mean, it's just a lot. And the stress. I mean, just imagine just the stress of it. I mean, even I kind of felt the stress, even though it wasn't, you know, my server. But still, it was like anytime the server stopped working well or whatever, when I was, you know, when I was on the development team, like, I felt responsible when things, like, broke down and, like, there was nothing I could do, and it sucked. Can't imagine from a development side, you know, you're working on this game that's just got this janky code that's held together by the shoddiest of duct tape, and, like, something goes wrong and you're just like, well, shit. We have to fix it. Oh yeah, the stress dealing with the Discord stuff. Yeah, it's a lot. People are always upset. In order to run a server, you need the fucking patience of a saint. Because every single day, at every time period, there is always somebody mad at you. And you just gotta learn how to just handle it. I don't know, it's so hard. Because, yeah, part of me, I really would love to... But here's my thing. I would love to get back into video game design. When I was doing work on Pristontale EU, that was, like, honestly some of the most fun I had working on something. I loved it so much. And so much so that I really did want to do that as my actual career. But the video game industry is not doing so hot, so I didn't end up actually following through with that. But god, I want to. I love that stuff. Zvi, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, happy Boxing Day. Whatever that means. Do we know what Boxing Day, like, why is it called that? Is it literally have to do with like boxes? Like, I know, of course, it doesn't have to do with literally, like, fighting boxing. Of course not, but... Like, what the fuck are they doing over there in England? What are they coming up with here? Like, unboxing gifts? Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing I've ever thought of what it could possibly mean. Yes, Rep, we're doing that thing again where you're responding to what I say on stream and the other person in our party has no idea why you're just talking. I love when this happens. It's so funny. Oh, okay. See, that makes sense. That makes sense. Because it always didn't make sense to me too. Because it's like, well, why are you unboxing stuff the day after Christmas? It could refer to people punching in the face. Yeah, I mean, we can still hold out hope that that's what it actually means. Okay, for a moment there I was like, where's the third person in our party? I couldn't find them, and then I realized both of the mechs are standing on top of each other doing the same animation. That's why I couldn't see the third person in our party. I was like, is he like AFK or something? Oh no, we've just got the double mech going on right now. What do we got? We got 25 minutes till reset. Let's go. Gonna make a decent amount of XP before reset, so. You know what I kind of wish Pristontale EU would do? I wish reset got shifted a little bit to a time that was more like middle ground for EU and NA. So instead of reset being at, you know, midnight EU time, maybe we shift it to like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. EU time? So that way, like, the majority of people on the server, you know, people in NA or SA, have their reset actually in their nighttime also. Because that's always gets to be really weird when the reset happens in the middle of your playtime. Sometimes it's good, don't get me wrong. Sometimes there's advantages to it, because you can do 2 days worth of quests in 1 day. But then, of course, then the next day, you're not really doing anything. So there are advantages to it, but I don't know, it'd be kind of nice if the system worked where, you know, you just go to sleep, wake up, and it's the new day, actually, instead of having to work your whole grind around this reset that happens in the middle of your playtime. I don't know, just a thought. It's never gonna happen, but... Because I think a lot of games do that. They'll have their resets be at, like, you know... like, so it's at, like, I don't know, 9 a.m. EU time or something, or like 10 a.m. EU time. So that way it balances for both NA, EU, and I guess South America as well. Alright, so who's gonna be the first class to play? Or the, I guess, second class in the goal to get 10 classes to level 70. Who's gonna be the next one on the list? I want to do something atypical, so we're not doing mech, we're not doing archer. I was thinking maybe like assassin might be fun. I haven't played much assassin. I think I've done like one assassin ever. Because I kind of want to do something temp screen, but I'm not going to do mech and I'm not going to do archer. I don't really want to do fighter. Because I just kind of, I don't know, fighter tends to kind of bore me. I don't know, we'll see. So I thought assassin might be fun. Also, I've been playing too many male characters lately. I want to play a female character again, so it kind of makes assassin more interesting. So yeah, I think we'll do assassin. What complements an assassin? Let's see, assassin, evade heavy, kind of squishy. I mean, honestly, you know what complements assassin is probably mech. So, but that's obviously not going to be an option. Maybe mage? Mage might be an option. Priestess? I mean, priestess is always an option, but then again, save that one for a class that's weaker. Priestess should pair with, like, pikemen. To make up for pikemen's, currently lacking nature. Major FF. Yeah, so I'm thinking, well, the ad's playing right now, so give me a second. I'll wait till the ad's over. Alright, there. I can talk again. Yeah, mage is probably... I would guess mage is probably going to be the best... best option. We need someone that can do some tanking. Mage can do a little bit of tanking with energy shield. But you also want a character that has centered AoE to pair with assassin's centered AoE. So that way you can just stack. So I think mage is a good option. All right. Well, we'll have to plan that out when we want to start those. Rev, I'll chat you after stream, or I mean, I guess we could. Well, no, I'll chat you after stream. We'll figure it out then. Are you off of? You're off of school right now, right? Because of the holidays. I would assume. Till January. Okay, and I'm also off till January, so we both got time over the next week. Potential time if you're not busy with something else. Yeah, we'll plan for something. All right, so watch out for that on stream. Maybe I'll post on the, maybe I'll post on my community page on YouTube, an update when we kind of got a schedule for that. It's really the only place I can contact people. Oh, Zeton. I mean, I suppose Chaos wouldn't be against me posting, like, something on the Discord, since it's Pristontale related. Man, these Bellum forces are nice. They last for so long. At least I think they last longer, right? Am I crazy? Yeah, they do last way longer. Not to mention the bonus damage. It's kind of nice not playing with a, or playing without a quest. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't want quests to go away. Quests are great. Without them, the server would be much more painful. But it is kind of nice to play without them because you can just grind. If you just like shut your brain off or whatever, just grind. You don't even have to look at numbers, hover over something in the corner all the time. You just go. And that's like, if there's anything that's old school Pristontale, it's that. The ability to just shut down and grind. Yeah, the hover thing needs to be fixed. That's... I want to, like, bring that back up on the Discord, because I feel like it's just kind of been forgotten how important that would be to have that changed. It's so important that that gets updated. Like, the new features they want to add are nice, but I'm like... You know, I know we put a lot of effort into this whole, like, new engine thing, but you know what I think the game also needs, like, a lot of effort put into? UI. There needs to be just, like, a massive UI improvement update. If I was still on the dev team, I would definitely be pushing for a big UI update. Like, center the AI, or the AI, whoops. Center the UI on the screen instead of off into the corner. Make it more easily scalable. Fix the quest display system. What else would I change about it? I mean, I could probably list a bunch of things if I just started looking through things. Because it's one of those things where it's like, you don't think about it. You're just so used to it. You don't really think about it all the time as being something that needs to be updated, but it really does. And it really will have a huge impact on how the game plays. Yeah, this is just what I did when I was on the dev team. My focus was on UI. My focus was, for some things, it was just all about the UI aspect of it. Verbryn was all about the user experience, the UX, and I was all about the UI. And so we paired together quite well for working on stuff. I don't even know how many hours I spent just working on the item UI. I mean, it looks very simple in the end, right? But like, that was probably... Oh, how long did I probably end up working on that? That was at least a week, probably, of like trying things, trying different shades of colors, trying different ways of, you know, splitting the information, just like trying all kinds of things just to come up with something that I felt like looked the best. And I think we ended with something that does like it gets you the information you need and in a way that is, I think, easy to digest. Like, that's the problem with Pristontale items sometimes, that they have so many stats that sometimes it can be a little overwhelming. I still don't like armor. I still wish we could somehow hide the, Okay, here was the thing. I ran into this while I was doing the UI stuff. I asked, or well, first I wanted to hide the resistances, or like put them in a way so that they didn't automatically show, because I thought that would be kind of an improvement. But here's what I found out. When hiding the resistances on armor, it makes the item so small. That's the thing. Suddenly, the armors are just like this very small text box, and it actually does kind of have a little bit of an impact on how you perceive the armor. Because suddenly your armor is just this tiny little thing, but your weapon is this big thing. And it's like, the human monkey brain is like, oh, smaller thing mean less important. And so I actually ended up sticking with keeping the resistances on the armor because it added so much to just the overall feel of what the item is doing for you. Yeah, stupid little thing. It's those kind of stupid things about UI stuff that I kind of love. It's like, it's not always about optimizing. It's not always about doing what makes the most sense, because what you're doing is you're designing around the person. You're designing around how a human being approaches something. It's all about the user and how their brain works, which isn't always logical. Which was, I don't know, I always find that interesting about UI stuff. I always put more time into UI stuff than I probably should. Yeah, it's a lot of psychological. Yeah. It's just the human... The little bits about how humans work, and making it appealing to that. Like, I'll tell you which was a fun UI problem to solve, was the how do we do affixes? So okay, affixes. My design did not have the affix roles available 3 thing in it. That was added later on. I think, personally, that looks really, really ugly. So, the way that they added that, I think is totally wrong. I would have done that in totally a different way, because it's this piece of information that's only important under a certain bits of context. Like, it's only important if you're A, buying the item, or B, you're actually doing an affix reroll on the item. That's the only 2 times when really knowing that information is relevant. So instead of putting that information on the default thing so you always see it, I would have definitely done like put it under the perfect window. So when you hold down P, then it would show the number of fixed roles available. I still think that would be a way better improvement, because it's just pointless information, and it's pointless information that doesn't really add anything from the user's perspective. You can hide that under the P window thing. So yeah, I dislike that. But anyway, affixes were a whole thing, because it was like there's a couple of different problems you run into with affixes, because it's the suffix and the prefix both do different things, right? So how do you relay to the user which stats you're getting on the item come from a prefix or come from a suffix? And so that's where the whole P window thing, where it like splits it into the different aspects of it, and then tells you like what tier it is, and it tries to give you the information. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and say that this is the greatest way to do it. I do think there are some problems with this. I do think it's a little confusing when you first look at it. But there wasn't really much we could do without like rewriting the entire item window. So I think for what it was trying to do, I think it works pretty well. But yeah, but I was debating for the longest time what fucking color to make the affixed thing. Because I wanted them to be a different color, because I wanted to really imply to the user that this is an added thing that is not here by default. Because if you were to just make this to be the exact same color as what's around it, it doesn't really give that same oomph. It makes it feel like it's inherent to the item itself. It doesn't feel like it's an added thing on top of it that's coming from something. And I think it's really important to imply that to the user, that yes, in fact, it is something added to the item. So I went through multiple colors trying to figure out what color would be the best for that kind of information, because we've never had that besides spec, which spec is obviously yellow, but I wasn't going to do yellow because yellow implies spec. That would be confusing to the end user, because they would see it as being a byproduct of the spec itself. So I needed a new color. And yeah, I think the aquamarine color that ended up settling on did end up doing exactly what we wanted it to do. But yeah, those are the little things about UI that I would spend hours working on. and I gotta be honest. I don't think anybody else on the team spends those hours on those UI related things. The only other person would be like Verberin. But even he, I don't think gets so bent out of shape about a color. So alright, what do we got? We got 8 minutes to reset. Let's go. Probably 5 minutes before reset, I'll probably just go take a quick break, go grab some water, and then get ready for the new day. And hopefully the last little bit of grinding until 108. We'll definitely hit it tonight. We only got 18% to go. Have you looked into front-end development jobs? Not really. I don't know, I'm always hesitant about like looking into jobs that are specifically like coding related stuff, since I have no technical like training in it. You know, I'm happy to do coding as a side thing within the main job that I'm doing, but I'm always like, I don't know. I just don't know if I qualify. Alright, I gotta turn on, but I suppose I have worked on the, you know, UI of a product that's used by, you know, at this point, probably thousands of people. So, you know, I guess I got some stuff that not everybody has on their, so to speak, resume. Portfolio speaks volumes. Yeah, then formal training. Yeah. Even then, it's like, well, I have the example of PTEU, and then I have the example of, like, the applications I've written at my work that I also spent a stupid amount of time working on the UI for. And that's pretty much it. Because I tend to really only care about that kind of stuff when it's something that I know other people are going to engage with. I think this is actually my problem, why I make so many... I'll make so many tools, but I'll never release them for other people to use, because I never feel confident enough in the UI aspect of it, that other people will be able to, like, know how something operates without me having to explain it. Because that's always my end goal with any kind of UI design. It's like, you should be able to design something where the user understands how to use it just, like, natively. That they're not going to really need explanations for how it works. It should be obvious how it works. If you've created something that works that way, you've done it correctly. And so I never have confidence in any of the things I make that I'm going to make a UI that works that way, so I never bother. Okay, we got a couple minutes till reset. I am just going to go... Well, here, I'll leave in like 2 minutes. This shouldn't take me too long. But I'm gonna go set myself over by the quest giver and go grab some stuff. And then by the time I get back, it should be reset. We can pick up new quests and prep ourselves for the reset. Jira, nice. Alright, I'm gonna go head over to the quest giver, chill there for a minute, and go do something real quick. Okay, I will be right back. All right. Oh. Oh. Santa Claus visited. I have presents. Exciting. Here, while we have a moment here while we're waiting for reset, even though I think it just reset, but whatever. We're gonna watch a YouTube video. Isn't this exciting? Actually, I should probably do this on. Okay. All right, let's here we go. All right, this is the artisan system. So if you haven't gotten a chance to check out the video yet, I'm just gonna play this, and I'll be back as soon as it's over. So enjoy. And speaking of in-game, let's play more Pristontale, shall we? So anyway, yeah, it's a new artisan system. You need to catch the vid. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I have some concerns. I have some concerns about what this is gonna do to the game, but we'll wait, what is this account? Somebody okay, I gotta turn off the okay, 1 second. Hold up. Filters, composite blur, turn off. Okay. Somebody just wrote in chat. We're gonna make this even bigger. ISS actual speed 27,582.19 kilometers per hour. What the hell? Why did somebody make an account to do that? There's an account with Florida tells you the Florida temperature? What? What? I mean, I love it. I love funny shit like that. But that's really funny. I love stupid stuff like that. Anyway, I should probably post another... All right, I'll post another thing in chat. Let's do this. Let's do this, huh, Rev? What do we got? What boss we got coming up? Let me check. Somebody said the boss website was busted or something, right? Devil Shy. Okay. I gotta make sure I go pick that up. Let's do party queue. Let's get going. We got 108. 108 is upon us. 17% to go. But yeah, I have thoughts about the artist. Why am I not using my pot? Jesus Christ, game. I don't know why I wasn't taking my input there for a second. Yeah, I have thoughts about the artisan system. I'm very concerned about the economy. I don't know how you can have a system like the artisan system while maintaining the same level of Sheltum drops that the server currently has. Then again, I don't even know if the Sheltum drop rate on the server right now is too high. I don't know. I don't really know how the end game is going in regards to Sheltum drop rate. But this system will greatly reduce the amount of Sheltums needed on the server. Which is alarming. I don't know. I think the server already is kind of flooded with Sheltums, just based on my own experiences leveling up this character. I mean, I should say low-level Sheltums. I guess I haven't really been getting too many higher-level Sheltums now that I've reached this little bit later point in the game, so... Maybe at endgame it's still not that bad. I don't know. Infernos are tough to get. Yeah, I was just thinking, I haven't really been seeing that many Mirages or Infernos. Basically anything left past Celesto. So maybe endgame the Sheltum situation isn't as bad, but man, the lower Sheltums though, I have so many of them. I made a mule account with 6 characters, and each character I named after a Sheltum. Like I had a character that's Radiant, Trans, Murky, Dev, and I filled every single one of those mules completely, both pages, with Sheltums just while leveling this character. I think I went all the way up to Celesto. And you may ask at first, you're like, wait a minute, how did you even do that? Did you even have enough weight on the character to do that? I did have enough weight on the character to do that because I bought the 5 coin pet, 1 hour pet that you can put on, and as long as your character never leaves town, that 1 hour pet lasts forever. So I ended up spending 5 coins on each one of these mules. But it was worth it, because I didn't want to have to store all my Sheltums in other places. Grind, that's right, Dark. I'm gonna get up to 108 tonight. which is honestly going to happen earlier than I think than I thought it was going to be. So we'll probably get to do some secret lab grinding tonight on stream. Because we're only 2 hours in, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get this level probably within an hour. And I drank a Mountain Dew right when I started the stream, so I'm fucking wired in for this. Wait until I crash. The music in SL is kind of unique, is it? Okay, I'll have to, oh here, let me change mode for our Nihils. Got 95, go 98, nice, nice. Make your way through that good old land of chaos. Alright, what we get? Was Avalos Explorer, was that the one that it was looking for? Oh shit, I didn't sell. Yeah, it was Avalos Explorer, right? That it was looking for, or, sorry, DC. DC, you still watching stream? Because I think I have a soul for you. But I'll hold on to it. I gotta make sure I don't use it. I have the... The habit I do on this character is I just don't like dealing with souls in my inventory. So every single time I get one, I just use it right away. You're free from white ice blinding your eyes. That is true. But you've moved into the brown nothingness that is the Lost maps. So you might not be blinded anymore, but you are going to be, at least I would be, bored out of my mind. Oh, the Lost maps. Not my favorite maps. We should do a, oh, that's gonna be funny. We should do a tier list for just late game maps. Because I tend to hate a lot of the later game maps, and now I'm actually curious. Like, if we only took maps that are like... What would I consider to be quote-unquote late game maps? I mean, this isn't truly late game, but maybe we go like 90 plus. And, do a tier list. Then again, I can't put like some of those maps in the list because I've never done like the 113 and above map. I'd have to, I don't know. I would need to experience some of the higher maps more. Whispering Vale, just in terms of map design, would definitely be high on the list. Whereas... But I would definitely not put it very high on, playing enjoying. But then again, that's just me, because I don't like hunting. But yeah, maybe I'll have to turn off the music and switch to in-game music for when we get to SL. Because I don't know if I know what song it is in SL. I was like 3 days ago, today I'm looking to get 110. Jeez. Wait, it's taking you 3 days to get to 110? Wait, that's insane. No, that's insane. How much have you played? Wait, are you, what is it? Don't touch my scythe or whatever it is? That I saw you, I think I... Touch my scythe. Yeah, okay. Okay, I saw you earlier. When, what boss were we at? I don't know, we were at one of the bosses and you were, like, yelling at another pike, being like, I'm gonna be better than you or something. Yeah, it was funny. Dude, that's insane. 110 in 3 days is insane. I mean, you haven't stopped playing, I imagine. Like, you can't sleep. What? Okay, I'm curious. How much percent XP are you getting from souls? 3 nights, 12 hours. Okay, that does make sense. Oh yeah, and you've been keeping the buffs up on the server too. I've noticed that. $34.93. Okay. What am I at? I'm at 26.8. But yeah, but even that couldn't apply until you got to like level... Well, I suppose you can do some percent XP before you hit level 80, huh? You even buy fast honey. Jesus. Okay, you're going... You're doing every meta. You're doing every leveling meta. World buffs, honey, fusion. I guess if you really go hard, yeah. That's crazy. Don't tell don't tell Chaos or anyone on the dev team how fast you've been able to level up. It's gonna end up with some nerfs on something. Yeah, oh, I'm sure you'll be 120, yeah. I think Verberin would literally break if he heard that somebody was able to level that fast. Yeah, no, this is crazy. So, I saw somebody mention an idea that I thought would actually be kind of cool, but I don't think it would be popular with everybody. Somebody mentioned, I don't know if it was in the supporter channel or the real channel for the Discord, I can't remember which one, but what if for a seasonal server, what if you had level up, like, barriers, so to speak, right? So, like, in the first few days, you could only level up to, like, 50. And then a few days later, it would open up again, and now you could only get to 70. And then a few days later, you could only get to 90 or something like that. How would people feel about that? Because I kind of love the idea of having a seasonal server where it isn't just purely, like, the biggest grinder wins, so to speak. Instead, it's more of like a drawn-out experience where people who don't have unlimited time to play. I kind of like the idea as a person who likes to have something that I like to call a life outside of Pristontale. Let's see, change mode. All right, we got a amulet. Oh, hell yeah, that's an awesome amulet. Oh, check this thing out. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oh. Oh, shit. Oh, nice. That's good, too. Hell yeah. Spirit 101. Alright, I gotta put in Spirit for that one. Hopefully I don't lose that one. First BC of season is 105 to 110. Okay. we could relive a fun, well, maybe not watch the whole video, because it might be a lot. We might do this on stream. I made a casting video of the first ever Blessed Castle on season 1 of PTEU. It's on the official PTEU YouTube channel. That could be a fun, like, little rewatch, because holy shit, is that going to be nostalgia. And we're talking 5 years ago now, and that was season 1, and so I think we had like level 80s. I think people were at that point 1 week into the server. That could be a fun experience to relive that a little bit. I'm gonna cringe so hard at my commentary, but It is what it is. And also cringe at how terrible my mic quality probably is, because I think that was before I bought my better mic. That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about Souls earlier on stream, and I am of the opinion that Souls have made the server overall worse. I do think that overall, I do believe it's a net negative on the server in terms of how enjoyable the server is to play. It's made things harder to do. It's made things more unbalanced. It makes people that spend more money have more capabilities than those that don't. I do think it's a net negative on the server. Well, I've even heard stories, and I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, I haven't competed in a seasonal server since there's been Souls, but I've heard stories that, like, if one single, like, Gorgon soul drops or something during a seasonal server, that just throws off all the balance. And, like, that one person that gets that is just, like, way more powerful than everyone else. So, like, it's just the randomness of it just ends up leading to a system where those that spend more money can just be way more powerful than everyone. Which is unfortunate. You know, as always, it's as always, it is pay to win, but, you know, as always with you're not buying items directly from the server, you're buying items from other people, so in that sense, it's still good. Because, you know, true pay to win is being able to, like, go to the shop and buy level 120 gear. That's true pay to win. But you could definitely still argue that the system we have here is still pay to win. It's just pay to win, but from other players. Other players, well, so what I mean by other players is the legit thing, because what I mean by that is the other player acts as the in-between. So if you buy something directly from a shop, the thing that's generating the item is the shop. So the money that you're spending does not go to anything, it literally just gets eaten by the server. Whereas if you're buying from another person, that item was generated by the game for that person, and then that person profits off the money that comes from it. Why, from the end perspective, there is no difference from the person who buys its perspective. But from the perspective of the game economy as a whole, the server is only making that money on the initial investment of those coins. It's not making money off the sale of the item itself. So it's not directly pay to win in that regard. Oh shit, it's almost boss time. I gotta go pick up boss quest. I gotta make sure I pick up boss quest. So yes, the end result is still something that could be argued as pay to win. But the nature of how it came to be is not directly pay to win. I don't know. This is why pay to win arguments are always meh. It's Devil Shy, right? Assuming the boss timer's website is correct. It says it's a Devil Shy Gorgon. Okay, yeah. Alright, I'll leave at like 4 minutes. Here, let me... Every time I stream, you have people farming souls just to attempt to play. Yeah, it's just... It's not great. it's not great. I don't like that soul farming is something that is a necessity when soul farming is... There are two unbelievably boring things on this server. One of them is soul farming. The other one is end game item hunting. And I think soul farming is worse. Because with soul farming, you're just playing lower level content that can't kill you. Whereas at least with end game item hunting, things can kill you. Alright, I'm gonna go do things. To buy soul farmers just to compete? Yeah, it's... it's sad. Is it enough to make me stop playing the server? Nope, we haven't reached that point yet. But is it enough to make me sad? Yes. Very much so. But I don't compete anymore on this server. I only did for a very brief period of time in my history with this game. And, with the way things are now, there's no fucking way I would compete. Quit mid-season. The only time I like to compete on this server is seasonal launch nights. Specifically, seasonal launch night. I only like competing then because it's the only time where apparently now even souls really don't have an impact, but it's the only time when it's not about how long you can spend with the game, it's about game knowledge, or at least it used to be. I'm talking early season, season 1, season 2, season 3. In those days, how to be efficient on that first night really came down to your, you know, how quickly can you figure out the gear situation for your entire team? When do you know when to switch maps at the most efficient time periods? Like there was stuff to it that made it really fun. And for the 2 seasons that I actually competed on night 1 grind, my team was the best team both times. Because that I actually like put a lot of thought and effort into, and I really enjoyed that. Anything past the first night is just purely grind at that point, and whatever. It doesn't matter what your game knowledge is. If you grind more, you win. So I didn't really care after that. But night one I really liked putting effort into. Was it pointless? Yeah, I mean, it was pointless, but I enjoyed it. Romanoff, that's a name I haven't seen in a while. That's when XP souls come into play. Yeah, that just kind of changes everything. I think one of my other proudest moments was one of the seasons I had the blue aura when I was in CT1. And I was like pretty happy that I ended up being top at CT1. I knew it wasn't going to last. I think I only had it for like a half hour. But still, I was able to walk around with a blue aura for a little bit during a season. I'm like, hell yeah. And then it was gone. But this was all pre-souls and stuff, so, you know, it was just purely about the grind then. Anyone willing to help a beginner by donating an XP up potion? You get one for free, my good sir. Ooh, Mecha Hoppy. I like the Mecha Hoppy. What season was the Mecha Hoppy? Was that like 5 or 6 or something? I was still around when that came out. I just didn't hit the level for it. Alright, time for Devil Shot to die in 30 seconds. Okay, not 30 seconds. I meant 10 seconds. Wait, why did you get banned? What's next, boss? Tulla? Okay. Ah. Yeah, don't do that. Got banned for 24 hours and your race was over? Damn. Yeah, don't be doing stuff like that. That's for sure. Trying to think if I ever banned somebody for that. I don't think I ever did. I don't think anybody ever really talked shit to me. I only ever banned a couple people, and it was usually just AFK players. Which, I'm not gonna lie, it's really fun when you find people playing AFK, at least back in the day. I don't really know what they do anymore, but walk up to somebody and you're just like, hey, you want to respond to me? Are you gonna respond to me? And you know, you wouldn't just ask one time. You wouldn't just ask one time. You would actually ask a bunch of times over the course of like 5 minutes. So you give people plenty of time to respond. Just to make sure. Normally, at the time, I think buffs lasted 5 minutes, so I would wait an entire buff cycle. So my thought was, if you are rebuffing your character within those 5 minutes, you will see that I'm there. So if you're somehow doing buffs and not seeing me, then you for sure are cheating. So I would always wait 5 minutes. And then banning them was just, it felt so good. Well, now you can't, they're all, but yeah, I don't... Yeah. I don't know what the GM team is doing. I don't know. You know, I'm not part of the team anymore. I can speak my mind freely. Why are they not banning the people that are macroing for souls? Why are they not being banned? I mean, there's not enough evidence. I have seen some really strong evidence from people that the only way it could be the case is that they're cheating. And I feel like still nothing has happened. I don't understand why they're not doing that. I guess they're afraid of people quitting. That's the only thing I can think of. There's just a fear of a lot of people will quit if they get taken. I don't know, which I think is a stupid reason. It's kind of why it was good to have people, I feel, on the team that were completely volunteers like myself, because we had no... Oh wow, I needed like 1 kill to finish that quest. Because there was no monetary, like, reason why, you know, I wouldn't... If the server started doing worse, it didn't matter to me. You know, it sucks to have less players, but it didn't have any impact on me, so I could act purely from a standpoint of, you know, what was better for the game and not necessarily what's better for money side of thing. I'm not saying that that's why things are the way they are. I'm not making that call. I don't know. I have no idea why they're doing the things they're doing. But it did make things a little bit more different. It just seems wrong. It just seems wrong. It's like there's like one big thing in Pristontale that cannot happen. You cannot let it happen. There's a lot of things that are like, okay, middle of the road, whatever, like trolling and stuff and people yelling at each other. Like, you know, whatever. That stuff, you could argue that maybe it's good to have some of that stuff in the game, but there's one thing that needs to be always held by, it's AFK play, and AFK play needs to not ever be allowed. So, yeah. Because when you've got a game that's so relatively easy to play like this, the second you start going down that slipperiest of slope, bad things happen. God, if I was still on the team, I would be the Grim fucking Reaper. It's because of, there's certain little bugs with how the game works that it's actually very easy to tell if somebody is playing fully AFK, and the dev team has to know this. And the trick that you can do is if you walk up to them and stand right next to them, or figure out how to stand in the place where their mouse is pointed, they will follow your character around. They will click onto you, and then they'll follow you across the whole map. You can drag them to any place you want on the map, because the way their macro's working is it's trying to constantly attack you. You can literally do this easily on a character. And there's no other explanation that could possibly be given in that situation other than the fact that they're playing AFK. Because if they were actually playing, they would notice that their character is moving. There is no other explanation. So, and they have to know this. So it's really easy to detect when people are cheating. Even if you have no other... Sure, if you don't have, like, official, you know, macro detection stuff or whatever, I don't know. God, you know what? I've gone on enough rants tonight. I totally could have used some of my emote things on the VTuber thing. Totally forgetting that I have those. Angry could have worked so many times tonight. Oh well, I'm new to this thing. Also, I gotta figure out a way to use them without breaking my Pristontale inputs. Come on. Alright, we're 95%. We got 5% to go. We're totally gonna get this tonight. Life does go on. Not much anybody can do about it. Just complain and hope something happens and... yeah. The unfortunate part is if you want a server that, you know, works the way that PTU does, where, you know, early game is still very viable and, you know... Oh, you didn't miss anything. I didn't start talking until the ad was over. At least I don't think. The ad should have been over when I started talking. The thing is, you know, a lot of us players who like a certain way of the game have no other server to go to. So you just kind of gotta put up with some stuff sometimes. Just be vocal about it and hope that things change, but in the end, sometimes you just kind of gotta live with it, unfortunately. The nature of a 25-year-old private server, 25-year-old video game private server. Yeah, I have this theory that... So this was the thing I was talking about earlier in the stream. I wish that private servers would not try to innovate. Certain innovations I'm okay with. You know, certain innovations I think are good, but things like the Soul system, I wish they wouldn't do things like that, because here's the thing. I wish servers like this would just embrace what they are, and what they are is a private server of a 25-year-old video game. We don't need the newest, fanciest features in this game, because if I want the newest, fanciest features in a game, I will play a new game that has all those features. We have 20 years of video game, you know, advancements since this game. So play to your strengths. What you are is an old server. You are a server to an old game. Embrace that. That's why people are here. They're not here for the fanciest new thing. And you know, where is the line? Where is the line is the question. And you know, that's going to vary by person. Do I think item rarity crossed that line? Personally, I don't think item rarity crossed that line. I think that was something the game needed since the very beginning. But Souls did cross that line. And so that is where it's the hard part. How do you determine where that line is? And the thing is, the developers, the people on... I think every single private server, I feel like, eventually leads to a point where they add too many features and they go away from what they want to be. Or, like, they go away from what their core beginnings were. Because I think every private server has this desire and think that, oh, well, if I add this other feature, I'm going to get more players. If I add this other feature, I'm going to get more players. They all fall into that trap, I feel. And PTU is, it's reaching that point where it's just falling into that trap. At least Souls fell into that trap. PTU equals PTBR. Well, we're not fully there yet. And there's still obviously a lot of you know, the English side of things, you know, the English requirements still for things like trade. I know obviously it doesn't always get followed, but I you know, I feel like anybody who's been around the PT scene for long enough knows what it's like when a server is has truly gone that far. When you can't even communicate with people because it's just nothing but Portuguese. Which we aren't there yet. Will we be someday? Possibly. But I do still feel that PTEU is kind of like this last bastion of the English Pristontale community. That's kind of holding out a little bit. Because there are very few of us. Oh, I guess we're just leaving them. You know what? I'll go after Rev gets back. I don't want to leave him alone. I'm sure they'll be fine, but... Alright, now I'll go. Oh, that was the level up. Oh, shit. I was so distracted by all these conversations, I didn't even realize we were there. Okay, I guess I'm 108. Let's go. I mean, Putty, that is why I still play this game. That is why I play the game. I play the game for people. I play the game because I enjoy early game, I enjoy streaming the game, and I enjoy the people that I meet. Other than that, I do not care. I mean, one of the big reasons I play this game is because it... And I've definitely talked about this on stream many times, but what I think is great about this game is the game is so simple that it leads to people wanting to communicate with each other. When you're in a party, you want to talk to people. Not many games actually like encourage that side of things, and because of that you gain friendships in this game. It's like so much different than modern MMOs where most of the time you're just playing solo all the time and almost never want to talk with people. But here you like want to engage with people, and so you make friendships all the time. I am the kind of person that struggles to find friends. I just struggle to talk to people. Put me in Pristontale and I can chat with people no problem. It's just something different about it. The environment just leads to that. And that's one of the things I love this game for. Okay. Yeah, let's go to SL. Holy shit, we've made it to 108. Oh my god, it actually happened. I did not think I was gonna make it. Yeah, I'll probably play the next season. I'm definitely not gonna go hard. You know, launch night, I'll probably like put a decent amount of effort into it because I like to do that on launch nights. But other than that, I won't care. All right, here we go, everybody. The legendary 108 sword. Boom. Check that out. Look at that beauty. Oh man, this is cool. So, a little bit of a story of my history with the game. When I first started on this server, the max map was Ice Mine, so 105. So the first new thing that got added to the game during my time here was Secret Lab and the 108 items. So, and this is the first character I've leveled up myself to 108. So it's kind of cool to me to like being able to use what was the highest level gear at the time. When I started on a character that I leveled up, which is weird for me because I've played this game on and off for 5 years now, and I just never level up characters to high level because I dislike high level content so much. So yeah, feels cool to finally hit this. Now, what did it take for me to finally get to 108? Well, it required the experience rate of the game to like be like 10 times faster than it used to be. But yeah. Let's see here. We've made it this far. I guess I have another weapon to grab too, don't I? You cannot use that item. I totally can. You're just not working. We got some new boots. How good are those boots? Are they worth it? Yeah, they're worth it. Okay. Agility 120. Oh, I never put in... Oh, whoops. I've been like way low on stats because I forgot to put stats back in after I made a change. Yeah, I've been playing the server for 5 years. I've been playing this game for 20 years. What are you talking about? Forgetting the most basic shit. Okay, what do we want to do? Strength build or talent build? Let's just go strength and see how bad it is, and then if things start hurting, we'll do that. All right, we're gonna take a brief break here, and we're going to go to the Pristontale EU YouTube account because I do want to spend a little bit of time looking at that first. Pristontale EU, what did I sort of Blessed Castle might pop up. Haha, I found it. Oh god. Ready for the cringe ass commentary? Let's see, how can I get this kind of centered? There, it's kind of centered. All right, here it is. This was season 1 Bless fucking Castle. The first Bless Castle from season 1. Let's see if we remember any of these people here. Leafa, I do remember Lee, right? Isn't that Leafa? Yeah, I do remember Leafa. Destiny, I do remember that name. I remember that name because that name was horrible. Let's see, who else is on this? Yeah, I don't see. Are we at highest quality? What? I only recorded in 720p? What a rookie. Dr. Pepper, I do remember Dr. Pepper. Mech Preem, I remember Mech Preem. If you can't tell, Externals was the, Externals. Externals was the, I'll mute myself, we don't need to listen to me talk. Was like the big clan at the time. And they were the only ones that showed up to Blessed Castle. You know what's craziest about this? This is it. This is like everyone. Oh, Hazo! Hey, I know Hazo. This was like everybody. Season 1 did not have very many people. Like, this was probably half the server, honestly. All right, let's see. Let's skip ahead a little bit. That's funny. Here, we can turn the music back on since we're not listening to it. Oh, they get me? Oh, they got me. All right, let's go. Let's fast forward a bit till the actual. I mean, there's really nothing else to see because it's just going to be a one-sided Blessed Castle, so we can just head to the end fight. But yeah, Hazo's the one that I really remember. In fact, he was in chat earlier. Yeah, I don't know if I remember too many others. Anyway, yeah, 5 years ago. Crazy. Crazy that's already been that long. Huh. Alright, well, anyway. Let's see, maybe there's like a post. I was gonna say, maybe we can see all the... Oh, no, I think yeah, never mind. Yeah, never mind. Anyway, that's all we got. All right, let's head to the secretest of labs. Oh, whoops, I never left the party. Sorry, everybody. Sorry, I was Sorry, one second. I was talking to someone. All right. Only another 99%. Oh, nice. Well, were you in ice when we were in there? I didn't even notice. Ah, yes, another sword that goes through the floor. Look, we don't talk about the swords that go through the floor. Oh, okay, gotcha. SL, how do I get there again? I go through not wait. Forbidden is actually faster, right? I think Forbidden is faster. Oh wait, no, the SL entrance got moved, didn't it? Pillai teleport? That's the boring way to do it. Okay, this I think is one of the best looking maps in the game for the new engine. Just because of how much you can see, because it's such a large map. I think that looks so cool that you can see across all of Battlefield. There it is. Yeah, that looks so much better. If you didn't know, the old entrance to SL, back in the day, back before this was here. This, it was the weirdest entrance to a map. This used to be the entrance. You would just like walk up to here, and then you would just magically be teleported into secret lab. Like, how is this an entrance? Yeah, I don't know how that qualifies as an entrance, but this is how you entered it. This was before the days when we had a 3D modeler on the team. All right, give me 1 second, actually, before we start this. I'll just be 1 second. All right, back. I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back. Having a big door in the middle of the map is not secret. Well, okay, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about the big door in the middle of the map. It's totally a secret base. All right, sorry, Rev. I know I've taken a while here. Getting distracted. Oh my... Good God. What happened in here? This entrance is new, right? I don't remember it being so fucking bright. Walked in and I get blinded by the ground. All right, anyway. All right, where are you at? Are you in here, Rev? Where do we want to go? Oh, I suppose it's Draxus now, huh? Oh yeah, you're over there. I see you now. Oh, I should pick up a quest. Party. All right, we've made it to 108. Who's over there? I don't know who that is. Yeah, when I played in this map back in the day, one monster would absolutely kick your ass because it was a hunting map at the time. Just purely a hunting map. And good God, some of these monsters, like the Guardians or whatever it was, I mean, those things would like those things would like two-shot you. They hurt so much. Of course, things have changed a little bit over the years. We're talking 4.5 years later. Oh, the Elite Invader. I don't think it used to have purple on its shoulders. I think that's a new skin. Yeah, they definitely didn't used to look like that. You know what we should have watched before heading over to SL? We should have just quickly turned on one of my I actually have videos on my YouTube channel of me farming in SL back 4.5 years ago. we could have looked at the before and after. What did SL look like 4.5 years ago compared to what it looks like now? Let me tell you, it didn't have the world's brightest carpet down there, that's for sure. Din time for you soon? Gotcha. Yeah, what time? Or what are we at? You're 2:45 on the stream? We'll see. I don't know what my plan is yet. I definitely won't be doing a super late night stream. Like to chill a little bit today. Currently 1 a.m. for you. Damn. Dude, what did I start at? I started grinding today at like 8 a.m. Grinded until like noon my time. Then moved a bunch of furniture around my place for like 5 hours and then went right back to Pristontale. Oh, and spent like a half hour somewhere in the middle there making the video for the artisan system. So, I'd like to spend a little time doing nothing today. This has been kind of a busy day. Alright, you're din on out? Alright, sounds good. Thanks for the help again, Rev, as always. We'll chat about what we want to do with the new characters. Yeah, it was really fun. It was really fun. I really enjoy playing with you, Rev. It's always a great time. We will do it again. We'll be playing all night. God damn. Well, if there was ever a time of the year for me to play all night, now would be like the perfect time. I'm still off work for like another week and a half or so. So like if I gotta fuck up my sleep schedule, now is the time to fuck up my sleep schedule. Oh, I just realized I'm doing the party quest, aren't I? Oh well, that's fine. We're only a little bit into it, so I'm gonna cancel it and go pick up the other one. Not a big deal. Oh, part of you? I already canceled it. I was so few kills into it. It didn't really matter. Oh my god, I can actually use a one-hander again. It's been so long since a one-hander has been a viable option for me. The gap between the level 92 sword and the level 108 sword is a little bit large for one-handeds. I'm just throwing it out there. We might need to add another one-handed sword somewhere in the middle there. Nope. Ah, good. And only 2200 ping. That was good. I like the look of this sword a lot more than the 105 sword. I really don't like the 105 sword look. No, I think somebody was in chat saying that it was one of their favorites. It's not one of my least favorites. I won't put it that low on the list, but it's definitely not one of my favorites. 105, 110, and 115 sites look like crap. I gotta be honest, I don't remember what any of those look like. Not a single one. I couldn't tell you what any of those look like. We should do an entire stream that is nothing but Pristontale tier lists. Ah, that one. Yeah, that one's really ugly, the 105. It just looks like a halberd. It literally looks like the noob halberd. Just with, like, a tiny bit better resolution. Because it was made later. Sure, why not? Oh, come on, come on! Why won't it let me... Party. There we go. Yo. 110 or 110 and 115 look the same. Gotcha. Nice, we got a good old auto mech here, baby. Let's go. We got the bow and the javelin. This dude's straight up auto mech. You know, if I do the every character up to level 70, I should do level 70 mech in... I should do an individual mech for each mech build. So I'll do a tank mech 70, I'll do a spark mech 70, I'll do an auto mech 70, and I'll do a power mech 70. Just because I enjoy mech more than other characters. We'll really stretch out the content here. I'm gonna have content for the next year. The only part that bothers me about automechs nowadays is you do see them in the center of spawns most of the time now. And if an automech can survive in the center of the spawn, something is wrong with game balance. In my opinion. It just should not be the case. Maybe we gotta go back to the days where automechs had to use archer spec armor. Make them so they lose their spec bonus. Back in the old days. Back in my day. I wish I had like videos of my original automech. That would be so cool to like relive some of that. But sadly, no. Screen recording software back in those days? Yeah, not really a thing. I mean, it was a thing, but nobody used it. But yeah, I should do an entire stream that's just nothing but tier lists. Like, I'll make them all up ahead of time. Because that's the reason I almost never do them on stream, is because unlike with really popular things that people do tier lists for, there's no pre-made tier list online for Pristontale shit because it's way too obscure. So I gotta make them ahead of time. Because that could, like, the most controversial stream I'll ever do. Nothing but tier lists. It could be a stupid amount of fun. I think the only thing we ever did a tier list on this stream once was shields, actually. Shield design. Mech S tier. Yeah, everything else A? No. Pike is F. Pike is always F. I'm always a Pike hater. Pikeman's Hail, never again. Never again. Just think about it. There was a time on this server when there was a ton of pikes. Like, that was one of the most popular classes to play for a time on this server. But that time did not last. Now, if you see a pike at all, it's rare. Which is too far. Don't get me wrong. I don't like where pikes are at right now. I hate the class. But at the same time, people actually have to play the class for me to actually hate the class. So we still do need it to be balanced enough that people want to play it. All you see is pikes, huh? Oh, is pikes becoming the new thing now? Are people shifting away from mechs? Because I know mechs was like, mechs are all the rage because of the, Oh, they got a buff. Okay. Well, good. Pikes did need a buff. 10% evade. Gotcha. It's 15 minutes till Tala, isn't it? What are we missing? I don't... Apparently the music switched and I didn't even notice. Let's go with this. We're doing some jungle. My true love, jungle music. Let's fucking go. ATA got a new AoE. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I still have to try the new ATA. So it's hard for me to give an opinion on something that I haven't tried yet. I understand the issue with that. But on the surface, I do not like the AoE or the ATA change because I am of the opinion, and I will always be of the opinion, that if you're playing a ranged class, you should have certain disadvantages because you're ranged. A ranged class should inherently have disadvantages because a lot of the other aspects of the game are easier. What I mean by that is that a ranged character should never have a center-focused AoE. So they should never be able to AoE on a centered spot and then have a radius around that. They should always have line-based AoE, because line-based AoE encourages them to do positioning. And when you're playing a ranged character, positioning should be the important thing as part of your playstyle. So I actually really dislike the change, because to me it takes away one of the things that should limit a ranged character, and it makes them way too easy to play. ATA is already too easy to play because they're ranged and have a shield. Now they've been made even easier to play. And I don't agree with that approach to the game design. But, well, it doesn't matter what I think anymore, so. I know it's a popular change. I know that so it's just the common game design thing. It's like, yeah, it's a popular change. People wanted that change from a player standpoint, but like, it's not always what people want is not always good game design. If you game design purely around what people want, you're not necessarily going to end up with a good actual game product. Sometimes you got to make unpopular decisions for the good of the overall game health. So, anyway. That's my ATA tangent. I gotta get an emote thing on this VTuber model for tangents. Because none of the ones that I have are good for tangents. Brings in more money. Yeah, well, yeah, it does. See, this is why you need people on the development team that are volunteers, so they can say the hard truths. And not worry about money. I know, they won't do the volunteer thing anymore. Those days are done. Wait, because of what happened last season? Wait, okay, I don't know what you're talking about now. I have not been brought on to that drama. Or maybe I have, and I just don't know which specifically one you're talking about. Okay. Any Atlanta 10X items? I can see if I find any. Ah. Gotcha. Yeah, it's that would be. All right, I need to go get, I think I need to, oh shit, boss spawn. 10 minutes to go until, I believe it's Tulla, right? Where is my boss timer application? I must have closed it. Yeah, it's Tulla this hour. Do I even take the 720? Yeah, whatever. If I lose my party, I'll just party one of my dudes or something. It's fine. Don't need that. That's a downgrade. What happened to that? Yeah, that I still need to... Oh, do I have the stats? Ah, damn it. I spent all my stats. Oh, whatever. I'll have to deal with that later. I need to turn off potions again. HP and MP. Yeah, definitely sounds that way, buddy. Oh, another Zeton. Wow, we're getting all the Zetons here, which, you know, I'm not going to complain about. I'm already at 13% on this level. Jesus Christ. ET1, you're getting none. Well, yeah, ET1, you're kind of screwed. You're competing with 7 other people. The Zeton system is interesting. I'm not going to go far as to say it's bad, but it is interesting. It actually kind of solves a problem in the game indirectly, and what it's doing is it's kind of solving the problem of what happens when there isn't that many low-level people playing at the same time, because it actually does speed things up for them, whereas slowing things down if there's more people playing. It's interesting. It does a little bit of both. Because when you see Zeton, you're happy, because you're getting a lot of XP. Change mode. I should probably pick the items up before I do that. Alright, let's see. Do we get any mech spec? Nice, we got a really nice gauntlet for him. What did we get? We also got a pike spec. Hey, Putty, you want this? I'll send it to you in a DM if I can remember how to send up a DM. Oh, you already have them. Okay, yeah, you're good. Ah, shit, almost dead. Yeah, no, didn't get a good spear. Boss time. 7 minutes. Go, Tulla. Oh, I'll be going to Tulla. 6 minutes. He's killing a cockroach. Shit, dude, that's one of the reasons why I don't want to live in a more southern climate. I would not know how to handle a cockroach. That would suck. We do not have those. The worst thing we have here are like these basement centipede things. They're not even that bad. They'll like crawl on your walls. And it's just like, okay, eventually you see them and it's just like, okay, whatever. see. How long does it take to walk the Tulla? That actually probably takes a minute, doesn't it? So I'll probably want to leave at like 3 minutes. That's actually like a decent walk. All right, we're heading out. What did I get? Anything? Night Spec 105 sword. I guess we'll try to sell that. And we'll try to sell both those. All right, let's head to Tulla. You know what another one of my least favorite things about late game play is? The whole boss time thing. The reason I hate it, in concept, I kind of like it because it does add some variety, which is good in a game like this. But the one thing that really makes me dislike it is because of how things get sorted at these later game bosses, the game becomes so dependent on what time of the day you play. So, like, depending on if you play at a certain time, you might not see any bosses if you're playing for a certain 3-hour window. Or you might only see one. And you have to kind of go out of your way if say, you're not playing outside of the... Like, let's say, fast forward to the future and I'm back at work here in a couple weeks. I'm not going to have that much free time anymore during the day to play. I'm only really going to be able to play at nights between, like, 4 and 8 o'clock. During those time periods, I don't know if I'm going to see bosses. The bosses that I need. So, like, I don't like that it's another one of those systems that makes you have to basically adjust your life around it. Now, the reason why I say another one of those systems that has that thing, because that's how Fury used to work. You used to kind of have to adjust your whole life around Fury spawns because it only happened once every 8 hours. So I feel like you run into a similar situation now with higher level boss fights that just kind of make it, I don't know, just make it difficult to play at certain level things. So again, I'm like middle ground. I don't know if I hate it or like it because it adds variety, and variety is good in a game like this when things can get pretty repetitive and it's like constantly having to look at boss times and stuff and make sure you're scheduling things right. It's actually kind of a fun little mini game, so to speak. But at the same time, it's limiting in some ways that I don't like. So what's the ideal solution? Don't know, but I was thinking about it the other day. Who's that sexy ass pikeman? I don't know. I can't see him. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm pretty sure he's completely invisible. I have no idea. Nope, still can't see him. I don't care how close he gets. Who's that sexy MS? Oh yeah, look at that. Holy shit. God, 11x. Jesus Christ, you leveled up so fast. Oh. I like fighting Tulla because it doesn't die in 2 seconds. It's actually kind of a sustained fight, unlike all the other fights you're doing at these... or everything else up to this point, I feel. Invisible function glitched and he would disappear from the game. Kind of looking forward to playing Assassin. Because nobody tell me anything. I'm looking forward to trying to figure out how to do a build for it. Like, I think that's gonna be one thing I do. Rafa, if you have to ask if Tulla's still alive, you're probably already gonna be too late to get here. Just throwing it out there. I think the way I want to approach every single class is I don't want to read like any guides or anything or be told of any builds. I want to just figure it out as I go, because it's Pristontale. It's really not that difficult to figure out builds once you know the basics. And I kind of just want to, like, why am I not using a health pot? I kind of just want to, like, come up with something. And also my goal usually is I want to do something weird. If it's possible to do something weird and not hurt me too much, I want to do something weird. My goal with any class in Pristontale is I want to try to break it in some way. The problem is we've come so far with all the skills and stuff, there isn't that much to break anymore. Not enough space in inventory. Yeah, whatever. Hey, guess what? I got nothing. That's right, I was gonna add an emote, so I was gonna add an emote to my emote list that's, 3 different emotes, and if you put them side by side, it just says, you got nothing. I forgot about that. I still gotta work on that. What am I doing? I can just core. Yeah, I've played an Assassin once. I did it for a season once. I think I got it to like 70. Can you come, Rick? Yep, I'll come, Rick. Like to give your stuff back? Yep, sounds good. Oh god, how did I do that? There we go. Oh yeah. Yeah, I forgot all about that stuff. Ah, I gave you these items when you were level 30. You give them back to me when you're 11x. Something about here did not balance out right. I feel like one of us made a mistake somewhere. I don't know who exactly. Oh. Why do I have an ATA 113 shield? Hey, Dark, you want an ATA level 113 shield? Oh, wait, no, I think I have that for my Atlanta. Never mind. I think I was given that for my Atlanta. I should probably use it for the character that it was given for. And not give it away. So I'm gonna keep that. Sorry, I shouldn't have said anything. Alright, I'm gonna NPC those hoppies. I'm sorry, Rev, if you're watching, I apologize. So you're telling me you can get to SL from the teleport guy? So maybe you can get to SL through the teleport guy. But not today. Alright, hold please. Yeah, it's been happening to you? Okay. I haven't had a crash like that in a while. I kind of forgot that I have a level, like, 106 Atlanta. Alright, heading out. Alright. Have a good night, dude. Thanks for coming by. So speaking of this BRB video, I want to do... So I actually got a request on YouTube. Somebody was like, can you make one of these, like, flying overview things for every single map in the game? Which I probably would never do every map, but, like, I would like to do it for some of the maps, because I think they're pretty cool, and just throw those on YouTube, because they're nice little nostalgia trips. But in order to do that, I would need to get a hold of a GM character, so I would have to talk to Chaos. Because what you don't see in this video is... I took my character, my GM character, I like put it on a ledge, and then there was a mode you could do. I believe you hold down the N key and it puts you into no clip mode. And when you're in no clip mode on a GM character, gravity or whatever doesn't affect you. So you just stay at a high height. So what I would do is I would climb as high as I could and then hold down N and then just start walking. And then that would give me this cool above view thing. And then there's a mode you can do on a GM character where you hide your character. And so obviously I hid my character. And that's how we get this view of just like a camera floating over the map. So I wanna do that again if I get around to it, and make like cool video. Like, it would be, what really might be cool to do is on seasonal launch night, don't actually play, but just do video recording and do it like this. So I would need to get a hold of some GM commands from Chaos that like hide names and stuff, because I would love to make some like really good high quality like hovering over videos of like lots of people playing that, because that could be really useful, not just for me, but Chaos would probably like use of that too. So anyway, tangent, let's go back to the game. I wish I remembered the name of the person I am no longer partied with, because I would like to party with them again, but all right, let's play the game. Can we get to Palai the second time? Oh wait, do I still have Tulla, don't I? Yeah, let me go turn in the boss quest so I don't forget to turn it in. Fusion up. I guess if I was really playing efficiently, I guess I would have done Gorg instead of Devil Shy for that first kill, so that way I could do 4 bosses in one day, but oh well, I'm sorry. I'm not playing super efficient. Is the Merry Christmas sign just floating in air? Oh, it absolutely is. You can't even see it. Wait, where is it? Yeah, it's literally just floating. I mean, it's Palai, right? You could justify it and say it's just magic or something. Oh, you just take it to battle. Oh, okay. Well, this is... I mean, yeah, I guess this works too. Does anyone know how to change from DirectX 12 to earlier? Does this game even use DirectX 12? This is a DirectX 9 game. Did that change when the graphics update happened, or is it still DirectX 9? Let's see, is my buddy around here? Alright, well, since the dude is not here, and unfortunately we're on the party quest again, and we made it to almost the exact same number of kills on the party quest. before losing the party again. Okay, so let's see. Is he actually here and it's just not showing on the map? Well, let's go on a little tour of SL, shall we? It's been a while since I've been around. Oh my god. Vengeful Saint bullshit is happening. Yay. You know, this map really also got some improvements because of the view distance increases, because that actually looks pretty cool. This whole, like, it's this map has like an arena feel to it, right? That's cool. I realized with Whispering Vale how much I love when maps do like that bowl style, arena style look. I think it looks so cool. All right, this is where I used to do my item hunting, was over in this region. There was like a couple flags I would take like right here. like lure them out over here. And then over here, we would do a little bit more in this area. The tiny bit of farm, or tiny little bit of hunting that I did was over here. And then I remember we head over to the boss spawn room. I'm not sure if they still do it, because it's been a while since I fought Draxos. But everybody used to... everybody used to hang out in this corner, preparing for the boss. And then it would always be really funny when Draxus would spawn, because he would spawn with a bunch of ads that were, like, really dangerous. I think it was these laboratory guardians, and he would spawn with a bunch of them. And basically, whoever was the first one to run in there would almost die every single time. And so it was always like, it would spawn and everybody would be like hesitant to move. Everybody would be like, okay, I guess we gotta kind of fight. Everybody would just kind of like push at it. Somebody would run off ahead, and you know, occasionally they would die, and it was funny. And then eventually everybody would kind of go over there and we'd all start fighting it. It was fun. But yeah, I got actually a lot of memories of this fight in this area right here from many years ago. I can't believe I've played on Pristontale EU long enough that now I have nostalgia for Pristontale EU. Like it's beyond just Pristontale nostalgia. We've moved into Pristontale EU specific nostalgia. We're on a whole nother level of nostalgia here. It's nostalgia squared. It's funny. All right. Well, anyways, the Vengeful Saint happening. Do I want to do my first ever Vengeful Saint? No, I do not want to do my first ever Vengeful Saint. Can I just stand in the middle and not turn on PvP just to annoy people? No, we're not going to do that. All right. What are we doing? So, obviously we don't have a party. So, if I want to keep playing, I'm gonna have to log on an alt to get a party going, unless somebody shows up, which don't think that's happening. What do I want to do? It's 7:45 my time. I might call it here. Because after the stream is over, I gotta upload this, get the thumbnail made and stuff. Then once I get that done, I'll probably be around dinner. Probably have enough time to get some dinner and then chill for a little bit. So yeah, now's probably a good time to stop. So I do have the energy to keep going, but I think it makes most sense for me to stop now. So we'll head to town and close up the stream. But yeah, it's a good stream. We'll see. Next stream is probably going to be the Assassin. We're probably going to be taking a break from the night. Might come back to the night. Might come back to the night at some point, because maybe getting to 110 is a good stopping point. But hey, we've made it to 108, which is great. Didn't know if we were actually gonna make it today, but put about 6 hours in today, 7 hours in, and made the final push. So anyway, I'm gonna head out. Hope everybody has a good rest of their evening. Good luck with the grind, anybody who's going, and I will see you at a later date, at a later time, for another Pristontale stream. And that's all. All right, take care all. See ya.